This is Fidias, a 24-year-old YouTuber who ran for European Parliament and won. You may have already seen Fidias when he hugged Elon Musk, or for making national headlines and getting cancelled by the internet for dodging train fares, stealing food, and running from the police in Japan. But now he's one of the youngest members in European Parliament, currently making decisions that will decide the fate of the world. But how did this silly YouTuber go from making videos like this to becoming a real politician the likes of Elon Musk retweeting all the time? I pulled up to the European Parliament in Strasbourg, France to see Fidias' new job up close. Fidias.
Time for me to vote inside for some extra stuff. All the MEPs are going inside to vote about the hurricane in one country if we want to give more money to them. So we want to give them more money, so we vote plus. It's easy when there is floods and all this stuff, it's easy. You just vote to help the people to give them a bit more money, okay?
Okay, go get him.
Here answering questions and we're going to vote if we like her or not to be in this position.
Now, one important thing to keep in mind is that Fidias is independent, meaning he does not represent a political party. When Fidias won his election, he asked his followers on social media to vote if he should join the Green Party or remain independent. His followers voted independent, and in true democratic fashion, Fidias listened. Now, being independent allows Fidias to vote on issues on the basis of what he believes in, rather than a political party's given agenda. And occasionally, Fidias posts polls on Twitter asking the people to democratically decide how he should vote, in his attempt to give the people a direct voice in how the government is run. Overall, Fidias' status as an independent can be viewed as a sign of integrity and independence on behalf of his voters, while also potentially reducing his overall effectiveness given he has no political party backing him. I went to Fidias' office to meet with him and his political advisors to see how they educate themselves on issues and decide on how they vote.
Okay. This is our office. Welcome to our office.
Hello, team. Hi.
What is the voting exactly about?
The voting is about in Belgium, two companies that fired their employees. They didn't fire them, they had to close down the companies. 567 workers from a paper company and 114 from a machinery company. So this is where the fund intervenes to help these people move on to their next step in their working career.
So it's a yes or no vote?
It's a single vote, yes. It's a yes or no vote.
I need to understand exactly what they are getting.
Obviously, we want to say yes because we want them, but there is more stuff that means there is a challenge.
Okay, so you're trying to deconstruct the problem itself and figure out if this even helps anyone, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good question, right?
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
It's actually helping. So that's why we like this, because we learn so many new things.
Yeah, and you're asking some critical questions, right? Not just yes, no, yes, no.
We are not attached. We don't have a central secretariat of a political group to research and prepare the voting list. We're just us. So we have to research every subject and we have to decide ourselves what to vote. Other MEPs that they belong to political groups, they get the voting list ready and they maybe have no idea about what they're voting because they trust the party.
Do you feel adequately prepared to vote on something at the end of these conversations? Do you feel like you've learned enough?
It's not enough, but sometimes we bring experts here in the room and they teach us. For example, we're not experts about agriculture in Europe. So when it's about agriculture, we have a friend that we trust his opinion and we bring him here to participate in this debate and we ask him the question.
Do you think the parliament needs more Fidiases?
I'm not saying there is no perfect institution in the world. And for the moment, everybody is getting used with the way of the institution is functioning. You always need younger people who come outside of the system to shake things a little bit and to evolve.
One good thing that we have in the parliament is that a lot of people know us. So they see me, they sometimes take pictures, they ask me questions. So it helps a lot that you have like a bit of fame here in the parliament because this is politics. Like if you attract them, you can ask for them, you can learn from them. So you're like a magnet of opportunities.
And how many of these MPs do you think are corrupt, taking deals under the table, getting some dirty blood money?
Well, it was some things that happened in the past, but I don't think a big part of them. Maybe a few of them, more than 90% of them, they are good, they're trying their best, but it doesn't mean that their best is enough.
And your TikTok's exposing where this money's going, all these new things, probably they don't appreciate.
We came here to expose a lot of things, but the idea is not exposing, it's about saying the truth of what is happening.
Transparency and open communication.
So this is kind of the goal. How decisions are being taken, what is actually be done, and like how the money is being used.
The MPs work for the people of Europe, not the other way around, right?
Yes.
Who do you represent?
My name is Lukas Sieper. I'm representing the Party of Progress from Germany and thereby all of the people from Germany.
What are your thoughts on Fidias?
Oh, he's still getting better every day.
Yeah?
I think, right?
Okay.
I think people take him serious. This is the most important currency here.
Okay.
And I think many other MEPs could learn a lot of him when it comes to social media work.
Do you think he's creating enemies on the inside due to the transparency he's offering to the public?
Yes, most definitely.
What would they be concerned about?
Creates enemies due to the fact that he also shows their weaknesses and, for example, the amount of people who is present in the room. And of course, it's a bit of an elitist institution after all, sure. And he talks in a very direct way that maybe some people think doesn't live up to the honor of the parliament.
What are your thoughts on Fidias and his team? Good or bad?
I love them.
Okay.
I think they're still only good humans.
While you've seen a glimpse of what Fidias' job looks like inside the European Parliament, you might still be wondering how a 24-year-old YouTuber with no prior political experience, no political party's endorsement, and without millions of dollars donated to his campaign got elected. To answer this, I'll need to take you to the tiny island nation of Cyprus, Fidias' home, and where he received almost 20% of his country's vote. But real quick, in this era of infinite information and media bias, it's tough to tell what's fake news and what's real news. But luckily, Straight Arrow News delivers fact-based reporting straight down the center. Using their media mist tool, you can stay up to date on what the mainstream news outlets don't cover on both the right and the left. Like Seattle minimum wage hitting $20.76 on the left, and a Utah lawsuit claiming TikTok knew its live streams were exploiting children on the right. Helping you get a full picture of what's going on in the world while avoiding media bias and blind spots. As I edited this video, I learned that New Jersey removed a basic literacy test required to become a teacher amidst a teacher shortage. And Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced his plans for resignation. If you want to learn more about a given story, their media landscape tool displays the outlets covering the story and groups them according to their bias. And if you want to find the original coverage from the outlets that reported it, you can just click the outlet's icon and it'll take you directly to their coverage. If you want to stay informed, avoid media bias, and navigate misinformation, go to san.com/Tyler Oliveira for free. Thanks, Straight Arrow News. Now, let's go to Cyprus.
We're in Nicosia now, the capital of Cyprus, and we're walking to the checkpoint that is dividing the two communities.
Should we jaywalk now that you're a politician? I actually went to jail for jaywalking.
We can stop also the cars.
Alright, he's gonna stop them like Moses in the Red Sea right now.
I'm joking, but...
Kidding, he's a politician, come on now.
I cannot get arrested.
You have political...
all over Europe, I don't get arrested.
So you're invincible out here.
I can steal as many trains I want.
Hey, if you become president of Cyprus, do you think you'll have positive diplomatic relationship with Japan? Very few people are probably aware of the history of Cyprus, period. Maybe tell me about the history of Cyprus as it relates to Greece.
In 1960, we had our independence from the UK. We are a colonial country of the UK. In Cyprus, we have two communities. We have the Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots. Turkish Cypriots are 20% of the population, and Greek Cypriots are around 80% of the population. These two communities kind of cause us a lot of problems. When we got our independence, it was the political system, how the rules and regulation happened. It was kind of forced the two communities to backlash. So they didn't prepare the regulations and the political system correct for the two communities. So it was a civil war basically for 10 years between the two communities. And it's been 50 years that we're trying between the two communities to solve and talk this problem. Now we're walking to the checkpoint to see kind of where the island is divided. When I make speeches in the European Parliament and all this stuff, I consider both of the sides. I'm careful with my words to represent both of the communities, which not a lot of people are doing.
So you're getting heat from both sides because you're presenting both sides' argument.
After the invasion, Turkey is bringing a lot of people to establish kind of a false country in a way, and the population is rising and all this stuff, and the Turkish Cypriot community is becoming a minority now, and they're going out of extinction. There is an army there. There is, I think, 40,000 people, army bases in the Turkish Cypriot community, and we don't like this. We want all the army to leave the island. No, we want to have military, but together, not to have Turkish military here. We want the Turkish military to leave. Yes,
Hey,
he
say
wants
hello.
to say-
Say hi.
Γεια σου.
Hello, my friend.
Σε ξέρω.
I love you too.
Σε ξέρω.
You know who this guy is?
Yes.
Who is he?
Είσαστε κάποιος της Νικοσίας, ξέχασα το όνομα, αλλά σας βλέπω στο TikTok.
He says that he knows me from TikTok, but he doesn't know my name. Him. I'm joking.
Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
No,
he was
I'm
kidding.
not saying sorry because I'm doing it out of love.
What are their thoughts on the divide between the Turkish Cypriots and the Greek Cypriots?
Μισάς τους Τουρκοκύπριους, οξά. Τους Τουρκοκύπριους. Όχι.
Does he want the Turks out of Cyprus?
Ναι. Yes.
Okay. What are your thoughts on what's going on here?
It's a shame how, we're divided. I mean, both sides are starting to get along a bit better, especially with influencers like Fidias. And
So you think he's a positive force connecting the dots a little bit?
Definitely.
It's very hard for a politician in the Greek side to be liked on the Turkish Cypriot community.
This is rare right here.
Yeah,
Is that true?
rare.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great.
What are your thoughts on Greek Cypriots?
Very good.
What about Turkish Cypriots? Okay. What about you?
Very bad, very bad.
Very bad. What about you?
Very good people. All the people is good. It's good.
They're a very divisive topic. You ask each person, they give you a very different answer, which is very interesting.
Fidias is right.
They know you as well. You have a fan club here.
I appreciate that. I was gonna eat. What are your thoughts on this guy right here?
He's an amazing guy. I love this guy. He wants to change the students from the school. I like his opinions. I like everything about him.
What are your thoughts on him hugging Elon Musk?
I mean, it was his dream. He tried his best to do it. He got it. Congratulations.
What are your thoughts on him not paying his 80 yen in Japan? Have you forgiven him? Did he embarrass you as a nation, or was it chill?
It was chill, I think.
I think he liked the
Kill me
video.
after this.
Χαίρετε. Σας την καλά. Μια χαρά εσείς.
You know who he is? You know his name? What is his name?
Fidias.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Fidias? How is he doing?
Fidias is very good boy.
This is what I'm trying to do here in Cyprus, to kind of restore the false propaganda that we've been fed. Because in this site, we only hear about the invasion in Cyprus in 1974, which is very unjustly happened, and like we're very angry. But also the Turkish Cypriots.
Do you know him? Do you know him? What is his name?
Fidias.
There we go. There we go.
In the Turkish Cypriot community, they only know and they feed propaganda about what we did to them in 1963. So this is what I'm trying to help with my podcast, with my videos, for people to know the history. I don't want them to do anything. I just want them to know the history. People are waiting here to show their passport to go to the other side, which is a big problem.
This is Greek Cypriot side.
Yes,
Turkish
this is
Cypriot
Greek Cypriot side and
What is the
community.
difference besides the checkpoint? Do the majority of Turkish Cypriots live on that side and Greek Cypriots here, or is there a little bit of mixing?
No, there's no mixing.
After entering a checkpoint in the Turkish side of Cyprus and seeing the island's division up close, I wanted to discuss with Fidias his plans to unite the people of Cyprus and how he intends on changing the way politicians communicate with the people. But real quick,
I'd be like, go on down the road, you fuck.
if you want to support our boots on the ground, independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive DLC content that YouTube won't let me upload, and uncensored early access to all my videos before they go up on YouTube, go subscribe at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for less than $5 a month.
And I made a poll on my social media in Cyprus, and also I did a poll with my English social media. And 300,000 people voted that they don't want Ursula von der Leyen. 80% of them voted against me voting for her, and she still got elected. So with these polls, you kind of show that the public opinion doesn't be represented in the European Parliament.
Are the other representatives voting in accordance with what their voters want?
No, I don't think so, because they are voting what the party want in the European Union. So people like me mostly because they found me as their way to say you to the politicians. So I took these YouTube concepts to that they're very like registered to vote, but with a YouTube theme, traveling across a country. You did that as well. You walk across a country as well.
So you got the YouTube spectacle, add some political element, get them to register.
Yes.
Do you know who Fidias is?
Yes, I know.
Did you vote for him?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on his job thus far?
Actually vote for me.
Ψηφίσατε.
Wow.
She knows about Fidias.
Thank you.
You do the best work in European Parliament for anyone in Cyprus. Congratulations, Fidiamu, and wish you all the best to go more higher.
Did you vote for Fidias?
Yes.
Are you happy? Yes?
Yes.
Did you vote for him?
Because he thinks also with his heart instead of his mind.
Fidias is a superstar out here. Look at this. Fidias may represent a new wave of politics out here. Fidias has spanned all age demographics.
Okay. Woo!
Handing out the chocolates to the children like a pope.
It's cringe, honestly. Hello, Merry
said what?
Christmas.
Do you think it's possible to stay uncorrupted if you stay in politics long enough?
I'm very early in this, so it's been 6 months. I think it's possible. I was making $50,000 a month before, and now I'm making $10.
They give you more than 10, but you have to apply that towards employees, office.
Yes, they give you around $60,000 to manage the budget, but you can pocket $8,000 a month.
Would you say the decision you made to be in politics makes you less money overall?
Yes, makes me less money, but it's not about the money. My goal is to learn. So we came close to the sea because sea is a big part of my life. After high school, I didn't want to university. Everyone needs to do army here in Cyprus. But I chose to do the most difficult part of the army, the Navy SEAL part, which is kind of modeled after the Navy SEALs in the United States. And the success rate is like only 10%. So we went 100 people and we finished only 13. I'm trained professional to kill in the water. Life is amazing after this. When you are not wet and you are not drowned in the water, everything looks amazing. But it built a character for me.
Do you guys have the equivalent of Hell Week?
Yes, we have the equivalent of Hell Week. It's 5 days without sleep, torture, running. The goal is for them to try to make you quit, and only the strong ones survive. This helped me in every possible way. Also in my YouTube career, I also kind of built the strength to not give up. And the online bullying and politician bullying that I get is like nothing.
So you are trained to kill?
Yes.
All right, Fidias is going in. Look at that swan dive for me. He's going. Oh, he's shaking the ass. All right, do your thing. There he is. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Amazing. We want politicians that they are alive, they are having fun. Don't we? I think I want politicians that they do these types of things.
Would it be fair to say you don't care what people think?
Yes, it's very fair. But I care. I want to improve. I don't want to make people angry. But I don't really care.
Is that why you've been successful in life?
I think that's why I'm successful in life is because I'm lucky and fortunate.
Now you're being a politician. You don't think you're hard work?
I don't think we have free will as humans. Our DNA, our environment are around. I grew up in a good family. The circumstances take you to where you go, I think.
Okay, so you're a product of your environment.
Who knows? We're all gonna die.
Fidias' refreshingly honest approach to life and fearlessness in being himself and showing his humanity is probably a big reason why his country loves and trusts him in office. Fidias' entire existence is a big fat middle finger to the entire political system. Do you know his name?
Fidias.
Ah, there we go. Fidias is back at it. There we go. Family photo. Level with me. You've reached a new level of fame out here. People love you. Let's be honest.
I love them as well.
Did you get at home when you came back from the Japan incident?
No, I didn't. But it stopped me, closed some doors for me. Some sponsorships didn't want to come on the channel. Getting in the European Parliament was the best recovery from cancellation.
Yeah, that was a good rebrand. And as Fidias is loved all over Cyprus today, only about 1 year ago, Fidias was on the brink of cancellation and faced a 3-month upload ban for this.
Now it's time to teach you how to get the train for free. So I'm entering the train and I will find the toilet and go straight to the toilet. I will just... They're knocking the door. So I came to my destination now. I think he's waiting for me outside. And I was right. So the only thing I could do is to pretend that I'm sick.
Pulled up to a local IKEA to go all the way back to the beginning of Fidias' YouTube journey and to when he decided that politics was the career pivot he needed. You become a Navy SEAL. When do you come to America and why? Tell me about that.
Then I wanted to become a YouTuber because I was sitting in my room and I was crying because I saw Mr. Beast doing all these fun things and also doing a good business. So I was like, oh, this is what I want now for my life. I was stupid. I didn't know English very well. So I was trying with no success. So I said, fuck this shit. Let's move to the United States and to try to do something with that. So I moved with a box and I was going to not stop trying and to give it to Eric. And then I met Eric, he had 1 million back then. Now he has, I don't know, 15, 20, something like that. But I understood I cannot go to Mr. Beast, he's too big to accept me. But Eric was in the rise and I liked him. So I wanted to approach him. So we did cover this video.
You fly from Cyprus to LA?
Yeah, to LA. and no return ticket. I just wanted to pursue my YouTube channel.
When you're in Cyprus, do you have a lady at home? Do you have
Yeah, I broke up with my girl to do this. My parents were a bit shocked to send that. So they were a bit confused but supportive. I was very shocked. He met me from the first day to give him the box, and then he said, "What the is this guy?" Because I'm like stupid, weird, and makes everyone uncomfortable when they're around me.
He kissed me on the cheek earlier. So he's amazed by you.
He put me in one video. People were asking him, put him in more videos and all this stuff. So it come natural.
I remember this video.
So the deal with Arak was I will be for free in his videos and I will learn from him. I will be around him and all this stuff. So it was very cool. This was a beautiful journey. We grew together the channel. Because I was with friends with Arak, then Arak became friends with Mr. Beast, and then I hung out with Mr. Beast for some times, and then he offered by himself to put me in one of his videos. I said, let's do it, and then I ended up he put me to put my hand in the Lamborghini, but he didn't know I was a Navy SEAL and a psychopath, so he didn't expect for me to win. So I won the challenge.
You won a Lamborghini from Mr. Beast.
Yes, and Mr. Beast videos are real. I started getting subscribers as well because I was making my own videos in my free time.
And you get to, what, 2 million subscribers?
Yes, 2.5 million subscribers.
It's a lot, because I feel like we gotta contextualize the Japan.
Japanese people officially hate me, I think. I was traveling to all these countries in the world for free. So I was traveling in the United States, hitchhiking and doing all these things. And then I was traveling to UK, I did this and got a lot of views. I traveled to India. But in these countries, when you sneak in the train, it's kind of cool. It's like, oh, you snuck in the train, wow, cool. So it's in this part of the world, it's kind of okay. It's like, and if they get you, the people that check the tickets, they're like, oh, they don't think that you are the most biggest criminal in the world.
Sure.
In Japan, it was a mistake because I didn't understand the culture that they will receive it so bad. But also it's like it was a bit extreme what I did. Like people took me while I was in the train, and then he was trying to hold me and I ran. We kept everything in the video because we want to be transparent and everything. And people, after I uploaded this video, it was a huge thing online.
So the comments are still just as harsh. Thank you for leaving the evidence of his criminal records in the internet. I can't believe I actually thought Fidias was a good guy, but he just exposed himself for being a liar and lost all my respect.
These canceling YouTubers that they talk about drama and all this stuff, and also news outlet, BBC and all this stuff, they said, but these stupid YouTubers, they made people angry in Japan because it was some situations as well before with Johnny Somali, Logan Paul.
Oh, that's right. This is all happening at the same time as
led to this. For me, I didn't really care. It was very cool for me. I loved every second of it. That people were hating me.
Why?
Because I'm okay with what I did with myself.
Do you agree with their feedback, or were you just...
Well, I agree, but okay, I snuck in the train, so what?
You become infamous at this point.
Yes.
People are pissed off.
First time that I was not liked.
I don't come at this from a judgmental perspective because I get canceled all the time now too. Some call me Tyler Hitler Vera.
Good.
But I'm not a Nazi. Japan cancels you. The commentary YouTubers start throwing mud. The channel gets temporarily banned.
Yes, I couldn't upload videos for like 2-3 months.
That's brutal. I cry.
Before that, I was getting millions of views in every video, and after this, I started getting hundreds of thousands. So it was kind of a problem on my YouTube career, but then I wanted to make a video about the European Parliament, but then I got so sucked in because when I have a goal, I try my everything to achieve it. Like I forget everything. I said F you to everything.
And is this something you thought of years before? Like have you always like I'm gonna run for European Parliament?
No, I just wanted to do it for a video.
Like Nico Amalano, like how he ran for London mayor. You're like I'm gonna do that here,
and he got some good votes.
You're like maybe I could at the very least
make a good video.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you thought zero chance I win.
Yeah, actually. I broke the world record here in Cyprus of people getting registered to vote. So everyone saw, okay, he's retarded, but he's putting so much effort. And he's saying the truth. And this is not how people are used to. It was a kind of a comedy.
It's genius in a way though, right?
These videos that I said how much parliament members get, like there was huge scandals here. They never knew how much these people get. And now people started to have the right expectations because they understand what we're doing. And my goal in the next 5 years is to elevate society's consciousness to understand more about this topic, the European Union, how we are doing things, so they are more educated to decide better in the future what they want, what they don't want, what to expect from politicians. So I think I'm doing a great deal of service in a way. Politics is fun, and maybe we'll see me president of my country at some point.
Are you gonna run for president?
When I'm 35, I'm allowed, but yeah, why not? I think I can learn a lot of things and help the country.
Are you gonna come back to YouTube and do 24-hour challenges?
It's a bit hard to go back to this word. I like this word.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more serious stuff. It's a lot more stuff that have, I think, higher impact on society.
Yeah.
Doing all this YouTube stuff, it was the best weapon that I have now to be in this role. And it's like what makes me unique, I think, here. Who would have thought being a YouTuber will help you be a great politician? I don't know if I'm a great politician, but definitely gives me a lot of tools to play with to become a great politician.
Do you think if you were not a YouTuber, you would have been able to win the election like you did?
No. And I don't think I was going to have so much leverage here in the parliament to do stuff if I was not a YouTuber.
Do you think we'll see more YouTubers become politicians? You've kind of built the blueprint successfully.
A lot of YouTubers will become politicians because they are talking with the people directly. The media that you are doing now is where people consume that information. So I think it will be required to be on social media and be a TikToker or a YouTuber to be a politician in the future.
I think you're speaking facts.
Maybe in the future it will be only YouTubers being politicians